And one last thing, baby. That chicken was dry. Real dry.
Number 10. Tutenstein.
The day is already 6 hours old. 6 hours! Wasted. What could be keeping them? The pharaoh should not be made to wait.
When asked about the ongoing theme of history in his shows, creator Jay Stevens said the past is full of surprises. 12-year-old protagonist Cleo Carter was certainly in for a surprise in Tutenstein when she stumbled across a mummified body of Tutenstein.
Tutankhamun, greatest pharaoh of all time, warrior, king, leader, ruler of the ancient world!
Even more surprising, Tutenstein is shocked back to life by a bolt of lightning, and Cleo must help him adapt to the modern world. Airing on Discovery Kids, the series drew inspiration from real-life Egyptian myths and kings, and even had an Egyptologist on board to act as a consultant.
Thousands of years ago, he ambushed his own brother Osiris, tossed him in the Nile, and cut his body into lots of little tiny pieces.
Thankfully, the series' pseudo-educational angle never impacted its comedy or the fun in its adventures. Number 9. Brandy and Mr Whiskers.
Well, it is our lucky day.
Define lucky.
Brandy is a haughty, pampered pooch. Mr Whiskers is an easily excitable and often unhygienic rabbit. Although they wouldn't typically get along, circumstances have landed them both in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, where they must learn to work together in order to survive. While adapting to their new surroundings, the unlikely pair meet some surprising new friends and get involved in a number of kooky, not to mention dangerous, scenarios.
Ugh, somebody could use a decorating tip or two.
You think?
The series won a Daytime Emmy Award for Individual Achievement in Animation in 2005 and inspired a handful of fun and memorable flash games on Disney Channel's tie-in website. Sadly, the show has never made its way to Disney+, making it harder for newer generations to enjoy Brandy and Mr Whiskers' Amazonian exploits.
Hey, Brandy, you sure it's safe? I'm not that strong a swimmer.
I'm watching you.
Number 8. PB&J Otter. While it's easy to forget about a lot of kids' TV shows as you move into adulthood, it's considerably easier to forget a show you watched as a toddler. PB&J Otter aired on Disney Channel's preschool block, Playhouse Disney, and centered around the lives of a family of otters living in a small fishing community. Like many shows of the same ilk, episodes of PB&J Otter often had an educational message or moral lesson.
We learned how to slide on our bellies, Dad!
You did ya?
Episodes also almost always featured one or more songs, the likes of which would land the series an Annie Award nomination for Outstanding Music. Cue the Noodle Dance. Number 7. Class of 3000.
Time to live the dream! But no bird.
You probably know Outkast for songs like Hey Ya and Miss Jackson. But did you know that one half of the famous hip-hop duo once created a Cartoon Network series? Unsurprisingly, the show was a musical and featured Andre 3000 as a music teacher named Sonny Bridges, who taught at the Wesley School of Performing Arts. Unlike many other cartoon shows, which take place in either vague or fictionalized towns, Class of 3000 was situated in the real-life city of Atlanta, Georgia.
Listen to me. This neighborhood got style. That haberdashery on the corner? That's where I learned how to dress.
This location was important to Andre, who sought to share the city's unique culture with the world. And share it he did, with a diverse cast of characters depicted in a colourful experimental style. Number 6. Whatever happened to Robot Jones?
Good morning, Daddy Unit.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
It seems to have been a show that executives at Cartoon Network weren't really sure what to do with. Even the voice of the show's title character was an issue, with the network ultimately forcing the show's creator, Greg Miller, to hire a human actor rather than utilizing text-to-speech software.
All the data I've collected about friendship was nothing but a lie. I will never make friends with humans.
Still, it's hard to argue against the series' fun premise, which saw a teen robot living alongside humans and learning their culture in an alternate 1980s Delaware. It's a shame that's all we got to see because Miller hinted in interviews that Robot Jones could have taken a surprisingly dark turn towards world domination had the series lasted beyond its short 13-episode run.
What's he doing?
Number 5. Evil Con Carne.
The only thing I need to do is rule the world.
Yes, sir.
You may not remember this show, but you probably remember its characters. This is because Evil Con Carne is one of 2 spin-offs of Maxwell Atoms' Grim and Evil, with its sister show being the more popular, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
It seems to be a swirling vortex of pure evil coming out of your floor.
While Billy and Mandy focuses on the adventures of 2 children who befriend the Grim Reaper, Evil Con Carne has a considerably stranger premise. It centers around Hector Con Carne, a crime lord whose brain and stomach are put into the body of a purple circus bear after a failed assassination attempt.
His brain survived.
Stomach too.
And was attached to the body of a stupid circus bear.
It only ran for 22 episodes, but its characters found a new life in cameo roles on Billy and Mandy, where they were probably always better suited.
I'm not even on this stupid show anymore.
Number 4. Dave the Barbarian. It's crazy that this series has become forgotten by so many.
I guess I was hoping for, I don't know, like some kind of magical energy blast.
And you couldn't say something? What am I, a mind reader?
Although it failed to reach the popularity of fellow Disney shows like Kim Possible or The Proud Family, Dave the Barbarian wasn't without its fans. It even received its own line of McDonald's Happy Meal toys. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. The real unforgettable aspects of this short-lived series were its charming cast of characters and stellar sense of humour.
Time to cut a muffin!
That still sounds nasty for some reason.
And while it took place in the Middle Ages, it had an undeniably modern slant that allowed for some surprisingly surreal, era-defying adventures. Unfortunately, it only lasted for 1 season, ending unceremoniously with the protagonist's parents still away and the villainous Chuckles, the silly piggy, still at large.
At last, I, the Dark Lord Chuckles, the silly piggy, reign supreme!
Number 3. Sheep in the Big City.
Farmer John loves his animals, especially a spunky little sheep called Sheep.
We're not pulling the wool over your eyes. This cartoon from the author of Knuffle Bunny and Elephant and Piggy is a sheer delight. Sheep in the Big City follows the life of a sheep aptly named Sheep, who leaves his home on the farm for the big city after a secret military organization takes interest in him for their sheep-powered ray gun.
I must have that sheep! I'm in charge of a top-secret agency, you know?
Really? Which one?
I can't tell you, it's a secret.
The show unfortunately faded into obscurity after its 26-episode run, but was once the highest-rated premiere on Cartoon Network. With its occasional meta-humor, smart wordplay, and a unique simplistic art style, the show still feels as fresh today as it did in the 2000s, and still makes for a fun and breezy watch for all ages.
When we last saw our hero, a percentage of America was asking, will private public capture sheep? Well, actually, he grabbed him during the commercial break.
Number 2. Hi Puffy Amy Yumi.
Want to do this cool quiz in Sparkle Teen Mag? It's supposed to tell you what career you're best suited for. I don't need a quiz to tell me that. Hello, Goddess of Rock.
Before K-pop and J-pop reached the mainstream in America, Hi Puffy Amy Yumi brought authentic Asian pop music to the small screen. The series featured fictionalized versions of the Japanese pop rock duo, Puffy Amy Yumi, who would also occasionally appear on the show themselves in short live action segments.
Enjoy the show!
Though it was primarily in English, untranslated Japanese words and phrases were sprinkled throughout the script to keep the show on theme and give it an extra air of authenticity. Hi Puffy Amy Yumi saw success with both merchandise sales and award nominations, and even had its own float in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, but was nonetheless cancelled by Cartoon Network after a change in management.
So I had no choice but to evict you.
Have you been eating paste? It's us, Ami and Yumi. Since when do we pay rent?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Crypto the Superdog, a light-hearted entry to the DC animation lineup starring Superman's powerful pooch.
It's good to see you again, old friend.
And Crypto really was your dog.
Yes, years ago. I've missed him.
Kipper, the soft-spoken Kipper has fun with friends in this children's book-based series.
Wow! Where's the track? There's no track. It's magic, remember? Come on.
Mike, Lou and Og. Mike and the Algonquitanians exchange laughs and culture in Mike, Lou and Og.
If you like poetry, you should try baseball. What's baseball? Only the greatest game ever. It's a line drive and a pop fly, an endless field and a midday sun. It's eating hot dogs till you're sick.
The Secret Saturdays. This family of cryptozoologists protect humanity by keeping cryptids a secret.
Nicely done, Zach.
Oh, you like that, huh? Zach Saturday working the cryptid powers. Frog on, frog off.
Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century. A resurrected Sherlock Holmes solves classic mysteries in a thrilling futuristic setting.
This television, for example. To you, it is a relic centuries old. But to me, it is an invention that did not even yet exist when I was, in my heyday.
Number 1. Filmore.
Locked. Allow me. It's a talent from my delinquent past. Tough one. You locked it from the inside.
What do you get when you mix a 1970s police drama with the drama of high school? In this case, you get Filmore, a vastly underrated ABC and Disney Channel series that ran for just 2 seasons.
It's too risky for you to keep poking around.
I'm close to finding out where Winston is printing those cards. But nothing. I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself.
It's true that Filmore may take his job as safety patrol officer a little too seriously, but we're right there with him when the mysteries he and Ingrid solve are so intriguing. The series also features a number of guest stars befitting its 2000s release date, such as Drake and Josh's Josh Peck, Malcolm in the Middle's Frankie Muniz, and That's So Raven's Raven Simone.
Something's happened to my best friend Alexis. Something. Give me a B. Give me an A. Give me a D.
What makes you say or spell that?
Charmingly of its time, but original enough to hold up for new viewers. Filmore is one forgotten cartoon that definitely deserves a pop culture comeback. Did you love any of the cartoons on this list as a kid? Let us know in the comments.
Hello? Is this someone offering me a pre-approved credit card?
Bah! Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.